Yeah, it's just getting worse. I mean, there's so many subsidies and rules in place that favour renewables and a lot of government spending as well. And of course, nuclear energy is illegal. Therefore, you can't even get any market testing of any proposals. Let's have a look at what the Minister, Chris Bowen, had to say today.
And the draft report today makes it crystal clear. The cheapest form of energy is renewable energy. Renewable energy is cheaper than coal, cheaper than gas, and much, much, much cheaper than nuclear energy. The Gen Cost report today takes into account all the costs that go with renewable energy between 2024 and 2030, including transmission and storage, and it still finds renewable energy is by far the cheapest form of energy. Nuclear energy is a fantasy wrapped up in a pipe dream for Australia.
Yeah, this stuff's just driving me nuts, Keith. We all know that when the wind's blowing and you've got something there, it's producing cheap electricity, but there's the transmission costs, the storage costs, there's all what we're doing to environments around the country to try and put in these installations, and you're still stuck with the fundamental unreliability. So if you want no emissions, you want to get rid of coal and gas, you have to go to something reliable. Nuclear is there. Other countries are doing it. They can afford it. It's nonsense to say Australia can't.
Oh, I agree completely. Chris Bowen, he just sticks to his talking points like glue, unfortunately. If you look at the UAE, they've just built 5,600 megawatts of nuclear generation capacity for $24 billion US. So anyone with a calculator there, you can work that out pretty quick. I think it's somewhere between 4 and 5 million a megawatt installed. But those plants will run for 60 or 70 years. Wind and solar, you imagine if these were up in the far north when that cyclone crossed, the damage that would be done, the damage that it would do to recovery for the people in the north. This is a really tough country, Chris. We have bushfires, we have cyclones, we have storms. We've got to build generation that actually can get through those things without too much damage. It is all about reliability, it is all about cost, but not for the Federal Labor Party. For them, it's all about ideology, and that is all that matters.
Yeah, speaking of that cyclone and the flooding damage in the far north, Bundaberg seems a long way north to me, Keith, but the Queenslanders remind me that it's a whole lot further north that we're talking about where all this damage has occurred.
Nowhere
but
near it.
There's going to be impact up there. Yeah, there's going to be economic impacts, of course, for the locals, tourism and the farmers there, and that's going to be felt right across the country, apparently, with some higher costs for foodstuffs because of what's been knocked out by the flooding.
Well, if you like bananas, 90% of those come from North Queensland. 360,000 tonne roughly across the country, but nearly all of it is in the north. And they get impacted directly around Tully and Innisfail. Well, that's just one fruit. The Mossman sugar mill unfortunately went into voluntary administration a few weeks ago, and I've seen media reports that they've got some substantial damage as well. That'll make it difficult. Sugar cane, it'll recover if you can actually get it out of the water, assuming it's not washed away on river flats or something similar. So yeah, it'll be a challenging time for agriculture up there. It will certainly impact prices. We've got lots of other places that grow mangoes, Northern Territory and others. So where it's spread, where the risk is spread, the impact shouldn't be too bad. But all I can do is encourage all of your viewers, Chris, get up there as soon as the roads are open and it's safe. Spend some money in the north.
Yeah, good on you, Keith, and thanks for being a regular throughout the year. Hope you and your family have a great Christmas and terrific New Year, Keith.
Same to you.